my God. How many baby moms? You gotta think about it?
No,
I'll throw up.
4.
Baby moms or kids? Looking for a 5th baby mama.
You just look like, I don't know, you look like you pushing about 40 to me, but you look good though.
Not too much.
Nah,
40?
just like older than 30.
No, he ain't bad looking. I would like to hear more though.
Do is be honest, you know.
Yeah, be honest, be your
came
authentic
over here
self.
to-
That's okay.
Very handsome, very well put together. Love your outfit. You just remind me, you look like my dad.
Did you see the guy that says he cheats here and there? I say, sir.
Have you ever cheated?
Ooh. All right, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I don't be cheating often, but like, you know, like here and there, like, you know, I'm like 80% loyal.
So why the 20?
You just gotta have the full package.
This can't be real life. The only series on YouTube that is guaranteed to give you a humiliation ritual meets this needs to be studied. Hey Visionaries, it's A back on your screen with another one. Hope you're all well. As you can tell from the title, this is another authentic pod. Cue the intro. Hey, you're listening to the Authentic with Alicia pod. I'm your host. You can call me A for short if you're listening to this wherever podcasts are played. Today, we are discussing Pop the Balloon. I've been meaning to discuss this for a minute. This is a show that became super viral, I think about 2 years ago. All I know is one of my best friends sent me a clip. If you know about this clip.
All right, if we can have your name.
My name's Aaron.
I wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we are gonna be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. Thank you. You did me a favor.
Comment you made. Didn't really. I like a more humble person.
My eyes are up here, baby.
I'm looking at the hair on your arms. Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
You know, I don't like that.
Now, when I heard about this Ninja Turtle plumber dude named Aaron, I was like, this is pure comedy. And I found myself going down a rabbit hole one day, watching tons of episodes. I even saw some spin-offs like 20v1.
Welcome to 20 versus 1 Kai edition.
What's your name?
I'm Paris, and I'm a
Paris, but you in the UK.
show you my classic dance trick.
Okay, let me see. What? Whoa. What's happening? That was no.
Oh, I say no to you.
No, I say no to you. No.
You ain't even cute anyway.
One which gets nasty real quick. And The Hunt Show.
Yeah, you look so cheap.
Of things. Your eyes look bulgy like you are turning into a skeleton very soon. You're sick. You are sick, babe.
You look scruffy and you look ugly. I'm sorry.
A slut or a prostitute. Sorry for
And
that.
you're wearing, you're broke, bro.
You look rough.
You look ugly.
I'm a fashion designer and I'm also a fashion stylist.
And you combine this.
If I have you, see what I'll do to you.
I pity anybody that's going to end up with you.
The messy mix-up over there, just Africans have no chill, okay? Let me put this down because we're going to get into a lot of things today. If you're new to this, not true to this, what we like to do over here is share keys to help with authenticity. As much as I like to scroll and see things on social, I also want to learn and grow. So let's see what we can pull away today. We'll first discuss play your role, then we'll discuss image versus reality, and wrap up with Insecurity is International. That one's gonna be a lot of fun. So if you're not in the know, Pop the Balloon is a super viral show by Arlette and her hubby, and they did the thing. I love the set, and her outfits are always A1. I see that Fashion Nova sponsorship, but even before then, she was always on point. I adore her calm, cool, collected demeanor against some of the chaos that sometimes pops off when the balloons get popped. It is the perfect juxtaposition for the idea of love and dating and trying to find it on a show. Because I mean, after all, it is a show, which is why I wanted to start off with play your role. Before today, I would have told you this is not a dating show, but I watched a couple episodes for research purposes. It's been a minute since I binge watched this show. If I get a clip here or there or someone makes a meme, then I'll kiki, but for the most part, I don't have the time. You know, being legally blind, I don't want to waste my vision on just anything, but something about the show draws me in. It's honestly a psychological thriller to me. Before I get into it, I want to know, do you like when it's a ladies lineup or a males lineup? I prefer the ladies lineup. I find it's more tame and the questions are more to actual dating, whereas the men, it just goes off and sometimes it goes way left, but I get more of a laugh with those ones. Besides the set and the fashion sense, the main fixture is the personas. I feel like everyone's putting on, not to say that everyone's fugazi or finessing the situation, but everyone is coming on there with a persona. After she asks the name and the age, she asks them what they do. Why is it that everyone does 95 jobs? I just love when someone says they do one thing, and it's not about having a real job or a regular job. Just tell me what you do. Not all your entrepreneurial endeavors under the sun, just one, please, I beg. Let me know if you agree, but to me, 95% of the panelists seem to be promoting a product or a service.
I'm an entrepreneur. I own 2 small businesses, and I manage social influencers.
Okay. I do a lot of things. I work in financial services. I am a real estate owner, investor. I am a current student at Georgia State University, getting my MBA in commercial real estate. I volunteer with a small startup that helps children, Latinx and minorities in rural areas learn how to code and do different things like that. I'm also a traveler, domestically and internationally. I've been to 40 states, and I've been to a couple of continents and countries.
I'm a high school PE teacher. I'm a basketball coach. I'm an entrepreneur. I own about 10 vending machines.
Wow.
And I'm currently investing in real estate.
I'm a professor of theater. I'm also an actor, and I have a podcast.
I do a few things. I own 2 media companies. I run a clothing brand, and I also make music on the side.
I don't really feel like that many people go on the show to actually look for love, which is the first problem of the show. But a problem is not a problem to me in this case because it's pure comedy. Not only do we have these contestants who are clearly here for clout in some cases, we have these people who have pain points, and it's so obvious as they start to play into the roles of either gender wars or expectations of self or how they think they should be portraying themselves on the screen. After all, lights, camera, and action is very different from a candlelight intimate dinner.
The thing about this stuff is like you never ever really get to know somebody.
Of course, we only have physicality to see. Like the other guy said, it's like speed dating.
Building on player role, the next key is image versus reality. Of course, this show is based off of initial attraction and first impressions. That's what makes it so captivating. The way you hear pop, pop, pop. Sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed this too, the panels will look at one another to kind of get a vibe, and the way if one pops, the rest will pop, 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 like they're making a beat, sends me every single time.
Welcome in. So we did get some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping.
Or when someone answers a question and another person's like, wait, hold up. And then someone is like, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe you can see that the panel is not just feeding off of the energy of the potential, but also one another.
I'm serious. I don't really seem to want to be here. It's kind of an odd feeling. Like
I'm just a happy person. I like to laugh and smile a lot, and you have not smiled at any of us once.
That is such a great metaphor for real life. Nothing happens in a bubble, pun intended. We're constantly feeding and fueling off of one another. And when we look at image versus reality, we're trying to take in information based off of what someone's giving us and what we're perceiving versus what we're actually receiving. The reality is we can't base off of anything from one interaction, and that goes for everything, far beyond dating. When you have a level of discernment, you can kind of sense and get a vibe.
I could feel your spirit. You have such a beautiful spirit, such a wonderful energy.
A virtuous woman. If I have to tell you what that means, then I just know you're not for me.
It's the whole church thing. I've had bad experiences, but I am a follower of God.
The God-fearing thing, like everything about it, 10 out of 10 would recommend, but I couldn't waste that time.
Someone that's your type?
Physically, yes.
It's also good to take in as much information as possible. That's what discernment's about, being able to take in information as much as you can and make an educated decision based off of it. But we don't always do it. I mean, how many times have we seen this show and someone says they don't like short kings or they don't want someone with a felon, and then the right one walks out and they don't pop their balloon? Or the one girl, I don't know if you've seen that episode, but she waited to the end of the end of the end to pop everybody. Even Arlette was giving her a little bit of a side eye. Last today, but first on my mind when I saw this show for the very first time is insecurity is international. Just putting it straight, rejection resonates. We've all either rejected someone or been rejected, and the way it feels, either, ooh, you deserve that, or ooh, I feel for you, just hits different. And I love that this show perfectly captures that moment, whether it's the sound of the pop or the shots or shade that's thrown, Or when people say kindly, you're not my spec. You're not my vibe, or you answered this wrong.
How many times I hear that?
I don't like actors.
It's a case study on human connection and intimacy, even though I don't consider it reality. What are your thoughts on it, though?
Maybe if they're older than me.
Okay.
Might be one. I'm 26, so.
You're 26.
It's popped because I think you're just a little too short for me.
Only reason why you're super beautiful, but just the height. So like if we go out,
If we saw each other out, I don't think things would go past us just getting to know each other on a surface level.
When I think of some of the characters, because we're going to call them characters at this point, that have gone viral on the most memorable and even meme-worthy, they all handled rejection horribly. When I talk about the takedown being treacherous, sometimes I'm here clutching my invisible pearls thinking like, damn, I'd be too scared to go on this show. Not only that, have you noticed some of the people that come the hardest aren't all that in a bag of chips? I'm like, you're one to speak about this person. Just me. I don't know. That's what makes this show a cult classic. You cannot take it seriously. And even if you want to delve deep like me and to have something to take away for your authentic way, I'm really trying hard today. It is just something that is entertaining, and it can just be that. But if you want to see how it reflects on today's current climate and how disgusting the dating pool is, it can be a social commentary on that as well. Even taking it out of the dating realm, just how we, like I said, perceive ourselves or what our core values are, really speak to how we want to present ourselves and how we want to be perceived. Talk about energy being transferred. The way sometimes responses are flipped and switched with the swiftness, I'm here for it. Those are all my thoughts for today. If you enjoyed this one, let me know and include anything you took away below. If you love this show, let me know who was your favorite person or segment that you've seen recently so I can get a good kiki. And as always, thanks for making it to the end of this one. Until next time, stay safe, stay sane, stay blessed. Love and later.
I have a thing with noses, and I like a guy with kind of like a thin, like bridge.
I don't know if I would approach her, but she's good looking.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
She's joking, right?